Hello guys, this is the Terraria Expert and Sam. Welcome back to another Terraria Terrific World video everyone. Welcome back, it is Terraria. Welcome back, it is stream. I was about to say live stream Sunday then. No, it's Tuesday today. And yeah, welcome back, it's Tuesday night. And yeah, welcome back to Terraria. I don't know what I was doing and I was just trying to check how loud my audio was, so I was just bashing me bloody house up as always. And yeah, in this Terraria video we're going to continue basically what I was doing in the last video with a corresponding lighting. Or was that the video before? Oh no, I was doing something like, yeah, I called the video, oh look at that, I've already got stuff growing. Okay, never mind. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, the crimson. Yeah, I struggled to get the crimson, so I placed crimson rock, thinking, oh yeah, the grass will grow. And yeah, it has. So yeah, looks like we've got. Yeah, I'm just making a greenhouse right now, and I need emerald lighting, emerald or green lighting to correspond to this part, because we've got the writing light. What am I saying? The lighting right. But the only problem is, I'm a bit stupid and I put a green background, so the whole time the fluorescence of it is going to be green, if you know what I mean. And the lighting, or I could just remove all the lighting, but I like the lighting corresponding with biomes, because I'm making a biome farm. Well, it's not a biome farm, but it's more like I know, just so I can get seeds and stuff like that, and ingredients for I don't know, potions. But yeah, someone said in the last video maybe we could extend further down and build I don't know, just anything like I want this bit of a world to look good, if you know what I mean, like, you know, the same good. Whoa, bad grammar. But I don't know, I've already got like a hell thing, like a elevator, as some people call it. And yeah, that's good. But separating the bite, oh god, that was years ago. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go, you know, dig down. But no, this has been a pretty big project for this kind of springtime, you know, summer to like I don't know, when did I start? July or something? March, May. Sorry, I'm just turning down my sound. Hello everyone in the chat. Just realised I was streaming. Don't know why I wouldn't realise I'm streaming, because I'm streaming all the time. I never make videos, I just stream. Yeah, and that's the problem. But no, tomorrow I'm at the airport. I'm going to do a podcast like on Thursday. And yeah, what else? I was thinking of doing a Q&A Wednesday, but I don't know, do you want me to do a Q&A Wednesday? Should I do one? Should I go ahead and succeed? Or yeah, did I just say podcast? Sorry, yeah, Q&A Wednesday. I've got questions, but I don't know, like, I've got like about 3 questions. Oh, that's enough. Yeah, I can do one. Alright, I'll do a Q&A Wednesday tomorrow. Like, I argue with myself like in the middle of the night. No, you idiot. My mum and dad are like, who are you speaking to? Speaking to myself, you idiot. I think I've got other banners in the game, so yeah, I don't need any. Yeah, this can be for pictures. Oh god, I need to, yeah, figure out what I'm doing in this video. Alright, I'm either working down here or we're getting some green, emeralds. We're looking for emeralds, but I don't know where to find them. For some reason I heard a long time ago you can find them in between a jungle. So like, what's that? Oh, chlorophyte. Like in the middle of like a jungle and a, you know, like a cave. It's like the two corresponding. What is it with me saying corresponding? So yeah, maybe we could go down there. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and find some ultra bright torches. For some reason, they've, I don't know, not debunked, but kind of what do you call it? Utilized the lighting for the ultra bright torches. They're like just not as bright anymore. Yeah, they used to be really bright, but now they're not that bright. Okay, I don't think it matters, but yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things, isn't it? We games was you looking forward to Heathrow? Yeah, I am. As you all know, I'm going to Heathrow on Sunday just to do some plane spotting. But no, tomorrow I'll be live at around 11. Well, no, because yeah, I'm staying for this Saudia 777. I know when I said Saudia, over boring. The other night I said delivery's boring. It is a bit boring, but we're gonna get the 777 tomorrow, and I might be live for the Free Virgin Atlantics on the 31st. I know I'm going to Heathrow on the 30th, so on Sunday. But no, I don't know. Maybe no live stream Sunday this weekend, guys, because I'll be too busy. I'll probably be I get home at about 6 or 7 or 8. So yeah, I'll be in bed. I'll be shattered. I'll have an awful lot of footage to edit, and yeah, because I'm gonna get a plane takeoff, aren't I? Might make a little thing on this channel as well. Nothing like me going into the airport and saying, right, got like a holiday video, but kind of giving you like a brief kind of overview of my trip. It's a trip, isn't it? So I'm not gonna commentate over it, but I might just do little bits of me saying, right, here's security. And yeah, someone says please don't put music over takeoff. I never do that. No, that's Neil Phillips that does that. Noel Phillips, I think you're calling Neil Phillips. Jesus Christ. I don't even know people's names. Nor do I care. But no, yeah, it looks alright there. Yeah, maybe we could place photos down here, like paintings and stuff like that. Yeah. Weekend says on Thursday it's a week to school. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Everyone's saying, oh, there might be a second wave. I know there's going to be a second wave. I predict there will be. Like, I don't know, give it... I'd say maybe January. Like, right after Christmas, you know. But, you know, by the time, you know, the winter's been around and school's been around long enough to affect things. Yeah, January. I predict we'll have a second wave in January. I know you're not meant to make assumptions on YouTube, but... Yeah, who cares? I've been on this long enough now to... Yeah, I know what's right to say. But no, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah. After Christmas, people getting together, families, people drinking, people having sex. What's wrong with me? Looking forward to Heathrow. I won't be going at this rate. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe January or November or October. I'm just thinking like as soon as, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think schools should reopen. Oh, they are reopening. Yeah, it's good for the kids. Because, and if you just keep waiting for a vaccine, and waiting, like, you're going to have a vaccine, but you're not going to have, like, you know, like, society or anything, are you? Like, you're not going to have, like, people, you know what I mean, going out, and people just, like, cotton budding their kids to, like, not go to school, if you know what I mean, just to stay at home. Yeah, you should be fined for that. They are. If your kids don't go to school, you're getting fined, son. So, or daughter. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So yeah, I think schools are important and a necessity to open. Because you can't be waiting for a vaccine, can you? Just no point. And yeah, that's my assumption on it all. Yeah. Alright, I was reading something on the news before about it. That's where I get me quotes from. Well, I don't know what to say fluent, so I have to borrow the line and say what I'm meant to say. Oh yes, it will all be fine. Well, no, I don't want to say that. But, yeah. I don't know, shall a second wave come? I don't know, maybe. If it does, don't come back to this video, okay? And say, oh, you're right. Because people do that nowadays, don't they? They say, oh, and how right was he? No. Nothing special. Wii gaming. Yeah. But no, if we do have one, we have one, don't we? If we don't have one, we don't have one. What can you do? Not much. Yeah, looking at it in hindsight, yeah, not much. Can't do much. All you can do is not much. You gotta stay at home. I keep doing that recently, making these obvious points. Like, what was it the other night? I said, oh, some girl approached me and I went, it's not real, but it's a joke. She said, what's your number? And I went, you're asking the wrong person. And it was like, well, what's your name called? You're asking the wrong person. Well, how old are you? You're asking the wrong person. And it was like, just that. You're asking the wrong person. And then the next day she saw me filling out all the like healthcare forms about myself. And all that, like, yeah, some financial healthcare. About like, oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I keep making these silly jokes. It's quite funny. Quite subtle, but... Yeah, that's what I like, subtle but quite funny in the long run. Yeah, because it'll probably happen. What's your number? Wrong person. I'm like a mongy person. Okay, I've done this bit up here. Why have we got a little river? I suppose we can keep it, it looks nice. Keep it. Yeah, it looks good. I suppose we can place photos down there, including leopard skin. Yeah. I thought that was really like against the rules, like having like leopard skin in like a game, like oh it's against animal cruelty, but who says so? Who says so? What the hell, is it a blood moon or something? Have you seen the storm? Yeah, I know it's kind of... What was it? Storm Francis. Yeah, we'll get a bit of that at the airport tomorrow. Well, not much of it, but I saw Airliners live today, and they went live for about 11 minutes. But just not as good as Big Jet TV, are they? They're just a bit faulty. You know what I mean? Like, they're missing a link, if you know what I mean. Like, what's the point of going live at Manchester Airport for 11 minutes? And nothing came in. It was just like, what are you guys doing? You've got that great big commentary stand at the visitor park that no one else can use except from you. And that elephant that sits upstairs on it saying, oh yes, wave kids. Oh, we gaming, you should see it, mate, it's ridiculous. And you got your Cheshire Farm ice cream that just melts within 5 seconds. And yeah, it is. Oh, it's ridiculous, that visitor park. When will they open the Nimrod? I don't know. Is that all you care about, the Nimrod? Well, yeah, the Nimrod's good, I like the Nimrod. But the Avro is open. But it's one person at a time. Surprised they're not paying for it. And yeah, the Trident should be like a walk-on kind of exhibit. You don't have to pay. But I remember 2014 times 2015. Me, my dad, and my sister, we all went on the DC-10 there, the nose. And it was like just a walk-on exhibit. You didn't have to pay. You know what I mean? They're just hungry. They're just hungry there at Vista Park. We've got a new manager there who isn't very good. Well, he's just turning things upside down. Like Cheshire Farm ice cream. I don't know. So people have to queue for another thing. You know. But, yeah. The food's improved, I've got to say. It's a lot nicer. But, that's not him. You know what I mean? You're going to have bloody Rob Hazard and with a bloody chef hat on, like, oh yes. How do you think we could charge them more, Debbie? Yeah, and all that. Oh, you guys don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they are. After I know the 747 departures, they just say, well, don't leave us, because we've still got Concorde tours on. We've still got space. If you say space, we've still got space on the Concorde and the DC-10 exhibit. By the time she said that, everyone's in their car and leaving. Yeah, people stay to see one thing and one thing only there. That's the thing. Where will you spot at Heathrow? Well, my dad's going to ask Matthew at the visitor park tomorrow, MT Aviation fella. And yeah, I'm good mates with him. I'm not mates with him, but he's someone who works there and he gives me a little nod whenever I come into the RVP toilets, and he obviously knows who I am, but he doesn't know anything about my media and all that. But now he's MT Aviation, isn't he? So yeah, so one of the old guys that have been doing it for a long time. Not old, but yeah, he's a decent chap, really is. Yeah, so if he's ever, I'd be very surprised if he hasn't spotted down at Heathrow. But because me and my dad are going there, we're gonna ask him. Just out of context, within context, like, have you, where are good places to spot at Heathrow when they're taking off from 27 right? Sorry, I was an idiot the other day. I was saying, what runway does Manchester have? Is it 26 right or 25 right? 23 left and 23 right. I know that. I've just been looking at Heathrow because I'm going there. But I think from something like 7 in the morning to about, because at Heathrow they change runway operations at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so 3 p.m. From 7 in the morning because of noise prevalence, and there's a Twitter thing called Heathrow Noise. They land on both 27 right and 27 left. But if they're landing on 27 left, the best place to go is somewhere called Mirrorliff Avenue. You've probably heard of it, and yeah, it's a really good place. It's like Plane Spotters Heaven is. But if they're taking off from 27 right only, but taking off from 27 left, the best place to go is probably one of the Hilton Hotel, but you got to pay for accommodation, but also maybe the car park. Big Jet TV goes there, but he's on a van, isn't he? So yeah, he's got that higher ground anyway. But no, Heathrow, in terms of spotting, I'm mainly interested in the arrivals coming in. It's probably Mirrorliff Avenue where we'll go. But I just hope we're landing on 27 left on Sunday. And if anyone knows anything, tell me about Heathrow and runway operations on Saturday and Sunday, because they switch it round in the evening, and yeah, very interesting. Yeah, because it's west and eastern runway ups. Looks like Azraeldel, and I don't even know if these people are throwing a party. Oh yay! Let's have a party. Party, yeah, come on. No? Oh, here we are, the balloons are settled in. It's not much of a party, all we do is kind of like throw confetti in your face. That's all we do. So, okay, hello. King of the Slimes, are you? Well, let me speak to you, you silly mare. Where's the wizard gone? The wizard's disappeared. The wizard's disappeared. What? There's Lee Stroke. Oh, he's in here. What are you doing, you old man? Get up there. Bloody wizard fella. He's a wise old He's not an elf. He's a wise old wizard. He's a wise old Welf. Housing. Here we go. There we go. He's up there now. That's where he should be. I've got that gothic light there. You're gonna keep banging his hat on it. His big wizard's hat. Yeah, look, even the bloody bunny's got a hat on, as if you know anything, mate. Yeah, let's let him in. Oh, and bloody Jerry. Jerry Dyer. What are you doing, Big Jet TV? He's selling a bunch of faff. I'll do the goblins. The goblin, the old one's army one day. But in terms of seed, yeah, let's continue. I've got this deathweed seed. Oh, I'll throw it on the floor, why not? How do you reckon schools will pan out? I don't know. Why does everyone keep asking me? I don't know. I'm not a bloody teacher. Well, you'll find out on the 3rd of September. But I'm going to be doing some intensive maths studies from the 3rd to the 4th. So I probably won't see much of a bloody school because I'll be stuck in the bloody classroom doing some maths thing. Just to pass my maths because of lockdown. I didn't have time to my functional math skills to do an exam. So I've got 2 days at the start of 6th of September to work my butt off. I know that's kicking right into it, isn't it? Oh, I'll enjoy it. I'll get me break time. I probably won't see Aaron because they're doing all this. What is it? I know. I just got a feeling they're going to do this whole thing like, you know, years in their bubbles and stuff like that. Bubbles in their, I don't know, blowing bubbles in their years. Yeah, we do that anyway. Basically saying they don't work hard enough. Yeah, making pom-poms. Yeah. That's all for kids doing the SSC, the Student Support Centre. We just make pom-poms. And Mr. Men went in there one day, he was an old kind of teacher, and he knew his stuff, and he said, you know what, on the CV, he came from Newcastle, he said, on the CV, what's he going to say? Can make a pom-pom. Yeah, he's right. That's how kids get let off these days, like we should really work harder. Oh, sorry, that's the one with the bunny hat on. Oh well. Why not? Who cares? Second lockdown's coming, everyone. No, it's not. Oh god, no, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I do agree. But yeah, maybe different years might enter the school in different parts of the building and stuff like that. Like you might see more like queuing. Oh, you definitely see more bloody queuing, especially to go to the toilet. But thank God, I'm in 6th form, if you know what I mean. So I won't have to back. I know we game. What year will you be in? And that's a bit of a personal question, but did you say 6th form or year 11? I know, it's just shit, isn't it? Like, I mean, I'm not a year 11, but yeah, I know, it's a bit, I know, kind of chucked it in your face, isn't it? It's like, yeah, you're gonna think, oh, I wish I wasn't born in 2004, or something like that. Yeah, it is. It's like, yeah, difficult. But the thing is with me is I've failed my bloody English so many times now. You know, it's just become intuitive. It has, and I'm using these bloody words like intuitive and, oh, I don't know, hypothesis and all that, and I'm failing English. I know it's the teacher. It is the teacher. But, there's nothing to do with me. Oh, God, asking the wrong person. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, asking the wrong person. I don't know why I failed my English. Just do. But yeah, in terms of getting my grades, I'm quite happy with my grades. So I need to get English, but until then, yeah, you know, I've got a business studies course under my belt. I've got maths. I need to do a little bit more in maths, so that's the 3rd and 4th of September. Did I pass RE? I could be a vicar. Art, I got something like a B. Was it an A plus? No, it was an A plus in art. I know I got A plus. No, it was A plus plus. It was like highlighted in like a light blue. It was amazing. Because if you failed, it normally says U or something like that in red. And amber is kind of like, I don't know, a C or a D. Oh, we do it from like, wasn't it 0 to 10 now or something? I don't know. You know, it's kind of like C to, I don't know, D, C, B is kind of amber. And an A and an A plus is like green. But in art, not to show off here, but in art I got A plus plus, and that was like a highlighted green, sorry, blue. So I did really well in my art, but I don't want to become like an artist. I mean, I think all my creative work with art isn't physical art, it's digital art, like my photography website. And yeah, I've got some new pictures coming on soon with a watermark laboured over. Oh, laboured over. I think of David Cameron. He said David Cameron over it. I've got a watermark, David Cameron all over it. Sorry, covered all over it. What am I saying? And yeah, I know. I did it using the on Apple. You can use the trackpads to make a signature, and I spent about at least an hour just trying to make the right signature. I know it's ridiculous that. About 4 in the morning last night, just trying to get the right signature and make it look professional and all that. I was kind of thinking of I know I don't really like him, but I don't know, kind of like Casey Neistat, but also kind of like Peter McKinnon kind of style. So kind of like a very light, kind of like touch to it, if you know what I mean. Just kind of make it look kind of professional. I didn't want something like SL Aviation, or than like a, I don't know, like a clear font. I kind of wanted it to be like scribbly, not like Shakespearean, like Christmas Carol, like that font, but like, yeah, kind of like it's just been written, like, you know, like a signature. So I don't know, I just spent about an hour and a half last night just trying to do it on the Apple touchpad, and I never knew you could do that. Yeah, and the I've got the MacBook Pro from 2015. It's got hasn't got like a diving board touchpad, but wherever you click on the touchpad, it's like it's just as intuitive as the bottom of a touchpad, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's kind of like a smart touchpad. So I know you can do like one, you know, like an iPhone where you can do a press, but if you do a harder press, it goes like, you know, the haptic feedback, and you can do more settings. So if you hold harder on an app, it's kind of like that on the MacBook touchpad. I have that, and with that smart touchpad, I can kind of do a signature, and harder a press, thicker the I don't know, the signature linear becomes, if you know what I mean. It's really interesting. And yeah, might canvas another photo. I've got a nice Iceland there in the is it the 170 years of aviation livery? And yeah, I've you know, developed my photos so they look just, I don't know, a little bit better from the raw, you know, kind of shoot I took back in February. And yeah, that was on my old Sigma lens, and yeah, got some pretty good photos. Game says, can't wait to see them. I like all your niches. Yeah, I do. I work hard with everything I do. I do like these videos. Yeah, I think I work relatively hard. I don't work relatively hard now. I need the bloody emeralds. You know, SL Aviation, working hard with that. SL Photography. Yeah, the Instagram, trying to work on it a little bit with yeah, my photography for aviation on Instagram. Yeah, it's going well. But what I've noticed with Instagram is, you know, there's other people kind of taking pictures of aviation and all that. I don't really know how to use Instagram, to be fair. I just upload a photo and say, I don't know, Qatar Dreamliner taxiing out to Alpha 5. Alpha 5! God, the poor man, he goes through a lot. Being an air traffic controller, he's even getting ran over. You know, Alpha 3, at Manchester Airport, rapid exit, you know, all that kind of stuff. With, I don't know, 40 knots, intermittents and all that. You were the air traffic controller myself. But, yeah, I don't know, very skilled job. And yeah, you know what I mean, like, yeah, I just don't really know how to use Instagram. But a lot of people use their hashtags, and I mean loads of hashtags, like about, I don't know, at least 10 lines of just, like, hashtags, and it's almost like they're thinking like a machine to get the highest kind of like, so the photo gets seen, you know, so like ranking score and all that. So it's viable for Instagram search engine to put their photo at the top. But I'm not really doing that. I'm just putting a couple of hashtags like aviation, Boeing 787 Dreamliner, Qatar Airways, AvGeek and all that. Just because it's telling me to. It's saying, no, you can't upload a photo onto Instagram without hashtags. I'm just like, well, I don't use hashtags anyway. Hashtags are just a form of, I don't know, kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a statement, isn't it? Like, as much as emojis are, but it's kind of like a trending kind of like, it's not a link, but it's like a word that counteracts with when other people say it, and a search engine picks it up, and if you add it, it will add it to that search engine, whether your video's about it or not. But no, I don't know. I know, bloody 18-year-old, I don't even know what bloody hashtags are. I do, because I just explained them. Yeah, counteract with, I don't know, what's going on in the world, or what's going on in your post, or your feed, or anything like that. Yeah, sound like my Uncle Norman. Everybody stoned off weed. Yeah, hashtag in your feed, Norman. Norman, he is Norman. How do we say there? He's weed, isn't he? Rachel, can you pass me some more weed to put some hashtag feed? Hashtag feed. Oh god. He does, he's really drug out. He's not anymore, but he used to smoke weed, me Uncle Norman. He did. He's quite big on it. Rasta mouse and all that, and yeah. I know, he's just obsessed by calling things, what is it, Angus and stuff like that. No, stupid name. Wants to call his kid Angus, so he called the cat Angus. Weirdo. He's my Uncle Norman, but I don't see much of him. Yeah, he's quite strange. He's quite strange. Oh, for Uncle David, to be fair. Yeah, you're gonna have a laugh with him. Yeah. A pothead, if you will. Yeah, a pothead. No, don't take offence to it. It's true. It's true. It is. He not anymore, but he used to. Quite a bit. I never saw it, but yeah. Believe what my mum said. He used to smoke weed above the, you know, those houses that have like a loft, kind of like window. Yeah, he used to smoke it over the top of that and stuff. And he, I don't know, took my mum out when she was 2 in like a pram, and I don't know, gave her a ride down the motorway or something. I don't know, because he was off on his head. Yeah, those are my family. Strange people. Well, not really, but yeah. Well, that was kind of interesting though, isn't it? Yeah. But no, yeah, the whole Instagram thing, yeah, I don't really want to be adding a load of hashtags to things. Because if you do that to YouTube, you get banned. Spam. But, I don't know, I think you've got to do it on Instagram, haven't you? To get to where you need to. But I don't really want to, I just want to... Well, basically what I'm doing, I'm getting all the aviation photos from my photography website. I'm putting them on Instagram, but with the feed of what's going on. Because on my photography website, I can't really make it that pluggable for what's. I just want the picture of the aircraft, if you know what I mean. I don't want my photography website's more kind of like I don't know, what do you call it, not physical photography, but kind of like physical photography, but also kind of like it's kind of like music. It's kind of like when people say, "Oh, what sort of music do you do? Do you do kind of like the into the physical side of music, or like the you know, like metro notes and all that, and kind of like the you know, like the history of music, and like you know, and like the, I wouldn't say the lore, but you know, kind of like the legend of music and stuff like that, and you know, instead of a physical side. I'd say more of a physical side in terms of music, but yeah, in terms of a photography website, yeah, kind of like the physical side of photography, but also yeah, the kind of like the legend of photography. Oh, are people gonna think I'm saying I'm a legend? I'm a lord, everyone. Yeah. Oh, I got myself a bloody Terraria expert. I think that's enough. Don't want to hear any more. Oh, these are seeds I can grow in. Yeah, okay. Collect these. It's seed month. So we call this video Seed Savvy. I keep coming up with these good names for videos, and I keep bloody forgetting them. Am I a wolf? Yeah, it's a full moon. Yeah. Okay, what can I get rid of? Mushrooms, Uncle Norman. Oh, get out of it. What will you do at Heathrow immediately? Immediately, I'm gonna go to the Mirror Left. We're gonna get a taxi from Terminal 5. I know it's on the other side. And I've really looked up Heathrow. I kind of knew it anyway, but not the runways and all that. There's only 2 runways at Heathrow. 09 left, 09 right, 27 left and 27 right. Manchester's 05 left, 05 right. We never take off from 05 left. Well, I have seen them take off from 05 left, but we normally... sorry, 05 right, but we normally land on 05 right. Yeah, and, you know, 23 right and 23 left. At Manchester. But Liverpool is something like 27 and 09 at Liverpool or something like that. It is. Yeah, there's only one runway at Liverpool, so it's something like 27 and 09. It's about what way the runway is facing in terms of the number, because each runway has a number. It's something like degrees of something like circumference and all that, and like I wouldn't say like what do you call it? Oh, what do you call it? Not geography. Oh, I've forgotten now. Oh, what do you call it? Oh, like circumferences and all that. It's kind of like the positioning of a runway and how far north. You know what I mean? It's kind of like yeah. I believe what do you call it? A compass. All that. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. God. Oh, would you not mathematics? What am I thinking? Oh, what do you call it? You know what? I've forgotten. Not geography. Something beginning with M. Something scape. Not landscape. Something like metroscape or something. I don't know. Yeah. But runway lights. Green is I know it all. I think I do, but green is runway, blue is kind of like taxiways and all that, but kind of like the white light to, you know, to keep in line, but green is kind of like the centre of where the aircraft nose wheel should be, so estimate. But if you're talking about like markings, runway markings and all that, I think I understand runway markings well as well. Like the piano tiles at the start of a runway, just behind, you know, the big number, like 27 left. That's meant to be. You know, there's triangles before them, which is basically, you know, kind of like the slip, kind of not like a slip point, but like the end of a runway. But also where pilots can kind of see where the start of the runway is. But there's also piano tiles at the start of a runway, which is basically estimate for where takeoff should be for a full. Because if you're using a full, like, what's that? A crawdad? Crawdad. Never heard of them before. And Dad's probably going to come and say, what? Crawl? I'll do an army crawl. Yeah, if you're using the full length of a runway, that's, you know, obviously because, yeah, but lighter aircrafts normally, you know, intercept the runway. But the piano towers at the start of the runway is estimate, you know, takeoff roll. But the ones, there's two kind of sets of piano towers and runway. I think the ones that are like 3 and then you said like 6 is estimate touchdown point, and then there's 2 others which is basically just like in line with the runway, and there's about, I don't know, 3 lots of those 2 others, and then there's like a little dot in the middle which is basically the middle of the runway, and then kind of like that vice versa, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I understand runway markings and kind of signs and all that. I couldn't be a pilot. I wouldn't know where I'm going. Like, but I know intercept near Mike 1. So where am I pulling off? Yankee 2. Is it Yankee 1 at Manchester? Where they, because they're holding at Mike 1. They can't use I won't say the full length of the runway, but they don't literally taxi past the airport hotel, like the beer garden and all that at Manchester, because the Maxes are parked over there at the moment. The 2E Maxes, and yeah. Do you understand runway call signs? Runway call signs? What, call signs on ATC? I think so, yeah. If you say, you can ask for an interception, which is what Ryanair do at Manchester. But where you mainly see it is when they're taking off from... Oh, what runway is that where we taxi past the RVP? I'm literally loading it up now. I've got... it's 05 left, Manchester. We never take off from 05 right, 05 left. If we're taking off from 05 left at Manchester, Ryanair's intercept onto... Where is that? Is it Bravo 1? Bravo 1, the intercept onto Bravo 1, which is a rapid exit. Because when they've got intermittents, they use a rapid exit instead of using the whole length of the runway to slow down. But only if they've slowed down. If they're going about over 40 knots, they've got to... they can't really make an interception. Well, they probably can, but that requires reverse thrusting on the rapid exit, which is danger, obviously, to wildlife and birds and stuff like that. But Ryanair do it. They're reversing on the rapid exit and all that. But yeah, interesting. You know so much. Yeah. Well, no, I don't. See, the thing is, I always think I'm always learning more. I don't think I know it all though. I'm always learning more and more and more, and that's the fun of it. Like, there's some people who don't know a thing, but there's some people that know a lot more than I do, and you learn from each other, don't you, in life? But I've been told some right crap stories. So, like someone said, Thai went bust, Thai Airways. I don't think they did. Did they? I don't think they did. They can't have. No, because they're a national carrier. But if Thailand government couldn't bail them out. I don't know. Interesting though. I can't find blooming emeralds, so I'll have to. Oh, what a good aim! Was that like a homing shot? That's like flying. Remember, what were spectral arrows? You can't get them anymore in the game because they've removed them. Did you know all this in 2014? No, I didn't. What about interceptions on runways and stuff like that? No, of course I didn't. I was far too focused on Terraria and YouTube. But I've got to say, yeah, 2014, yeah, was obviously the year where I started enjoying aviation, getting to know it. And that's the thing as well. No one in my family is a pilot. The only form of aviation background that there's been in my family is, I suppose it's quite, pronounced. But yeah, my Uncle Colin, me dad's uncle, or my nan's brother, Uncle Colin, who's about 91 now. He used to fly with the, what are they called? They used to train RAF pilots who were that, above all the rest of them. They used to train the RAF. squad how to jump out of airplanes. I'm not kidding. And yeah, he flew out of I know just any strips, you know, kind of like circuits and stuff like that, and then they used to jump out at about something like 20,000 feet. And yeah, he did something like over 10,000 jumps. I'm not kidding. Can you imagine? And the last jump he did, which was when he was 64, was into some, I know, I can't remember, some lake or something. It was amazing, he said. Yeah, and he lived in the jungle before that. But no, he has got a home. He's not like some hobo, but yeah, he did over 10,000 jumps out of aircraft. And someone said to him once, "Why would you jump out of a perfectly good plane?" Oh god, jumping out of like Cessnas or something like that. But yeah, very, very interesting. Yeah, it was good fun. You'd think I'm Uncle Con? Yeah, it was good fun. No, it was good fun for him. Remember when I really struggled with these guys? Yeah, just easy now, aren't they? How much money have I got? 17. Yeah, my dad worked for American Express, and he flew everywhere from, was it the 80s to the 90s? He flew everywhere, like at least every other month he flew with American Airlines to somewhere. So he was in the travel business for about 19 years. My mum used to do accountants for, wages for like Hawker Siddeley, who else? Vickers Viscount, Lockheed, Boeing, McDonnell Douglas, all them. So yeah, there has been a bit of it, but you know, in 2014, you know, I mean, it's kind of like, my dad's always enjoyed planes. My Uncle Dave used to have a big passion when he was a kid, like a massive passion for planes. My dad used to, my dad and my Uncle Dave, yeah, they used to go down to Manchester Airport, and like they used to spot on Terminal 1's terminal. They used to be able to stand on top of the terminal and see the pilots doing the flight check and all that. When they pulled up at the gate, and yeah, he did that throughout the 80s. I know, interesting that, isn't it? And yeah, that happened. And yeah, I suppose that's where I get it from. Oh, embarrassing. So it's always been there. Yeah, it has. I suppose 2014 was the time for me to enjoy it as well. Well, now I've got to say, I enjoyed it because I'd not been on holiday for about 15 years. 15 years? 5 years. 4 or 5 years. Before then, so like 2009. Magic Lantern. And yeah, so it was kind of like I was older and I could probably appreciate it more and noticed more of the wing and all that. And I was just fascinated on the way to Menorca 2014. I was just looking out the window all the time, like looking at the plane and the aileron, and obviously I didn't know what a bloody aileron was, but I was just fascinated. First I was scared, like, what's that thing moving up and down, Dad, on the wing? And he said, oh, it controls the aircraft. He said something like it controls its stability in the air. When we took off, it was flapping everywhere. I said, what happens if it falls off? And the noise of the flaps retracting and all that, and yeah, turbulence. I don't know, it was just amazing. I've always been quite a thrill seeker, so that was the right thing for me back then. And now it's just like ridiculous. I know I'm plane spotting at school. Honestly, the skies. I know people look up at the sky and be, oh yeah, it's a clear day, but no, for me it is literally just. It is like a, how can I describe it? A fishing lake, just full of fish. You know what I mean? To, you know, capture fish. Yeah, when you go fishing and stuff like that, it's just like, oh, look at that, look at that. And yeah, look at that trout over there. Should we get it? Yeah, it is. It's just like, there's a 777. Let's get it. Let's get the number of it. Here's the British skies. Because it's more like a highway, the highway in the skies of aircraft. So anything going to America from Manchester, they always go right over the Wirral Peninsula, which is where I live. So you know what I mean? It's just like perfect for plane spotting on a clear day, obviously. But because I live near Liverpool Airport, but also quite next to Manchester, I get the Liverpool departures and arrivals going over at about, I'd say, 6,000 feet, 5,000 feet. Well, the Manchester departures are obviously around 16,000 feet, so yeah, I can hear them quite clearly. But when it's a clear day, I used to, back in, I don't know, from September to March, I used to watch the Virgin 747. I used to deliberately ask the teacher, can I go out early? And she said, why? And I said, so I had to make up some stupid excuse. I've got to speak to Mr. Johns about my careers evening. But careers evening's in about 5 minutes. I know, but I need to be prepared. I need to get a note from Mr. Johns. What again, Sam? Yes, because I left my tie at home. Quickly undo me tie and put it in there. We just had it on a minute ago. I know, you're seeing things. You're seeing things. Let me see my 747. I didn't. I used to go out and watch me 747. Yeah, once bloody school gates were closed once, and it was a clear. I think it was back in February, and I just had to go outside the school. I had to go in the school playground, and I don't know, all these bloody lads were there, smoking. I think they were in year 11. I don't know. And I just sat on the bench and just watched this 747 go over. And I was just like, I might have not able to walk to the shop. Yeah, I used to walk to the shop and see the 747 go over out of Manchester. And I've got to say, it's weird because I know this is weird. September time, you know, I've not been at school for a while last year. From 2018 to 2019, it was like I saw Thomas Cook's going over and stuff like that. But it's almost like the one I enjoyed the most. For some reason it went, if you know what I mean. Like, I saw a Thomas Cook A330 fly right over my school. Not literally, but it was at about 12,000 feet going into Manchester. Or was it going out? No, it was going out to Manchester. It was going to, I think it was going to New York or, God, that weather outside. Was it Montego Bay? I don't know. Somewhere like that, Bridgetown. And yeah, it was amazing. I saw this Thomas Cook fly over, and that was about a week before they went bust. And it was emotional. It was like the last Thomas Cook I saw, really, going right over my bloody head as I was walking to the shop. You know, the school live streams, getting me pizza, and then going back to school and doing some more work. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that again. And if I do, I think I might cry because it's amazing. I know it's just school. I know you can be thinking, oh, you can see planes go over any day. But I know, just at school, walking to the shop, I know it's just like, I know I'm at school, I'm meant to be working, but it's just a nice downtime, and also it's, you know, it's there, isn't it? You know, my head's in the skies. I'm looking tripping as I'm. But the 747, Virgin 747 out of Manchester, yeah, I know it was at about 12,000 feet, but my God, it screamed. It did. It really. And no one else was looking. What did the year 11s think when they were smoking? What, of me? Nothing. I was quite far. I was just walking past them and sat on this bench just to get the registration for it. It was GV-ROM, so the one that went out last Tuesday. And yeah, it just flew over my school at about 12,000 feet. It's a clear day. You can probably just imagine it's winter. It was winter, February time, and January, and just those 4 General Electric CF6s just from 12,000 feet. Just that noise. It was just, yeah. This is something great to like in the world, isn't it? And there's the year 11 just smoking, puffing away. Just like, shame on you. But no, they weren't looking at me. They were just probably thinking, oh, what's that sixth former doing? Just probably feeling a bit lightheaded. As long as he didn't offer me a cigarette. Hey, get away, meatball boy. And yeah, it was just one of those things in life. And now Virgin 747's made a fuss out of at the visitor park. It's like, well, yeah, so it should be, because yeah, we serve great purposes. But I'll still see the Virgin 330s. Might see a couple of Dreamliners if they're operating flights to Orlando from the 6th of October. But Virgin are okay at the moment because they've had something like a 1.2 billion bailout from investors like, you know, Delta and all that. So I'll probably see the 350s and going out to the Americas. and all that. And yeah. No, nothing beats a 747, does it? How about Virgin Australia? Well, they're voluntary, isn't it? That's voluntary administration. So they could come back, a bit like Norwegian, they could come back and make themselves better, but I don't know. In Australia, nothing's flying, according to Flight Radar. Yeah, honestly nothing, it's not even like Qantas. It's just like Singapore was operating daily cargo flights. So. It's because, you see, the thing is, Australia, because it's a problem in Australia, because it's their winter, you see. And Australians are quite known for all the, you know, families and all that. But New Zealand, yeah, we've got it spot on, haven't we? Because New Zealand are quiet anyway. They're on the bottom of a planet, they don't get heard, you know what I mean? Nothing happens. Well, things do happen, but nothing exciting. I bet if you go there, it's just like, oh yeah, what a depressing place. A bit like Finland. It's kind of like at the top of the world, nothing happens. Whereas Britain, something's always happening every day. Exciting place to live. It's busy, I know, but I like to live in Spain or somewhere, just somewhere that's quite quiet, but enough goes on to keep me occupied. Like a holiday home there, not like live there. But no, amazing, really. Shame I live in Sheffield, can't see the action. Transatlantic action. Yeah, I know, Wii gaming. It is sad, but yeah, I can tell you me little stories and all that. Will you do a stream as soon as you get back to school? What, I stream at school? I don't know. Depends if I feel like it, really. The only reason why I did those school streams, live streams at school, look at him with a cannon, was because I wanted to, I don't know, I just did it because fill up time, break time was about half an hour. But you probably noticed I did it more around autumn 2019, those streams, because around, you know, kind of like start of 2020, I was kind of speaking to Aaron quite a bit during my break times. Fucking hell! Aaron! Yeah, here he is on the ship. You talk about me, I talk about you. Look at him dropping pirates. He said pilots! Yeah, it's Virgin at the moment, dropping pilots. Richard Branson on his big ship, that's him at the front. He's a 70-year-old man, but I don't give up. He's not American. I'm gonna have that guy from EE. Yeah, it's not like a bloody teddy bear. There's a bunch of foam everywhere. I don't know what that's meant to be. Is that meant to be the flag or something? Yeah, pirate invasions are harder now in Terraria. I've forgotten. Sorry, silly me. Oh, dearie me. But no, I remember making a joke saying that looks like me dad. I don't know. But, yeah. I was kind of speaking to Aaron quite a lot around, I don't know, February, March. And he said to me, about 3 weeks before lockdown, he said, Sam, you know what? I thought he was going to say something like, I'm coming out as gay or something. He said, I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to break it to you. I don't know if you understand, but I was like, yes, Aaron, yes, all serious. And he said, I'm fucking sick of hearing about this coronavirus. And I just burst out laughing. Because I thought he was going to tell me something like, I don't know, like, someone's died or something, or like something really serious. But he just said, I'm effing sick of hearing about this bloody something. Oh, funny. Oh, silly one, him. Yeah. No, I have a lot of time for him, actually. Because he's my bloody cousin. He's your friends, not your family. Oh, no. It's genuine. I do mean it. Oh, crap. Not that. But look at it. He can't get through the house. Look. You silly bugger. Oh, this is stupid. Look at this. What am I going to do? Right, we're going to have to give you... Look at him dropping pilots. Again, like Virgin. So I'm just meant to take this out, yeah? Oh, this thing's bloody stupid. It can't do anything. Right, we'll summon in this thing. We've got a golden toilet. Jesus Christ. What's that? Oh, yeah, it's my thing that I've just summoned. Hope you see a 747 again. I'll probably... Nah, not over the school. Probably not. I might do. But it's probably a Kalita Air or something. Gotta take out each cannon. What's that one doing? Yeah, the cannons make it shoot. Can't get on board, can I? That'd be stupid if I could get on board. Just want to use my yo-yo. The way they've implemented the yo-yo on the Xbox, it's not the best. Because on PC you can kind of just point anywhere and it kind of holds it. Yeah, it's the only way you can do it really. I actually used to do that. I used to fight like this. So my cursor used to be like this. I'm not kidding. I didn't understand this point of like aim. I know. Maybe that's why I'm such an expert, because I had to do this every time I wanted to shoot round. There should be more sensitivity for this. Yeah, I remember saying that. See, me first videos as well. Sticky person. Still, I'm a sticky person. Me school live streams. Yeah, I was going to speak to Aaron around those times. And yeah. What was it like 2 weeks before lockdown? I would say it was probable that something was not right. Because I remember feeling... You know that stream I did back in March at school? I don't know if any of you can remember. It was my last one. I took a picture of some yellow bush for the thumbnail. Yeah, I remember thinking... It was around the time I was saying, oh yeah, me and my dad might be going to Malaga too. I just remember feeling very... Like... I know, I walked past this Chinese bloke one day and he looked at me and I just kind of looked like... Then I'm like... Don't look at me, it's not your fault, you know, this has happened. This is just voluntary at a moment, isn't it? But I do remember just before lockdown, that school, you know, I think it was after that live stream or before, I don't know, just thinking, is this virus now, isn't it? There's this virus, and because it was like really hot around like the end of February, start of March. Were quite warm days, kind of like spring weather, and I was kind of like walking around quite a bit outside the school. I was kind of enjoying the weather, and we Sour Patch Kids sweets, enjoying the weather, just thinking about things, and I know it just hit me one day like, you know, there's this virus going, you know, when I go into the Premier store just near my school, could I potentially be, you know, could I potentially get it? But it wasn't really that, it was more like, will I get it and then like start coughing on the way back to school and end up dying, you know what I mean? It was kind of like that. It was, when you think back and look at things in, I wouldn't say hindsight either, but just how wrong everyone was just before this lockdown. I'd hate to talk about it as well because I know it's just annoying and it gets enough bloody airtime at a moment, but I don't know, I think if everyone does things right, a second wave is highly unlikely, but I don't know, it's still possible, isn't it? Whatever happens, time tells. I don't tell. I can't tell the time, so how can I tell what happens in time? You dogs. But no, I do remember kind of walking around the school, but you know where I did the streams near that wooded bit with kind of the arched trees and the path going through. Everyone said that was a really nice place. Yeah, it was. My nan said she would take me there as well. More like I would take her there. But no, I do remember it was like, yeah, just thinking to myself, I feel a little bit like not comfortable with going outside the school premises at a moment. I just remember feeling a bit unedged about things just before the whole lockdown thing. But just before, it was the weekend, wasn't it? And then the visitor park. No, was the visitor park shut? No, it was the weekend after. Went to the visitor park. Just the week before lockdown. That weekend before lockdown. Did we lock down on the 25th? That was a... Was that a Friday? Was it a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday? I can't remember, but it was a Friday. 25th was a... I can't remember, you know, but I think it was a Wednesday. It might have been a Wednesday? Tuesday? I think it was a Tuesday. Yeah, it was a Tuesday. That weekend, not before, but the weekend before that, was it the 19th? It was the day where I got the on the SL Aviation channel, the last Visitor Park plane spotting episode I did. I call them episodes now. I'm gonna change the playlist name. I call it that forever. Plane spotting shows. No, guys. Spotting podcast shows. Not podcast, or a show. I'm better than everyone. Oh god. But no. Yeah. Yeah, it was. What was school like just before lockdown? Well, I ended on the Monday. Because on the Tuesday I didn't want to go in or something. I don't know why. But on the Wednesday it was... Was it too late? That was the day my granddad started becoming quite ill. I can't remember, was it? No, it wasn't. Because the 26th was a Wednesday, and that was the day my granddad started to get ill. Or was in hospital, sorry. 26th was a Thursday, the 25th was a Wednesday. This is March this year, 2020. But the 20th was a Thursday. I was in school on the 16th. That was my last day in school. 16th of March, 2020. And I do remember, I remember waiting outside of school and kind of like, it's quite cold and I was kind of like, the wind, and I was kind of trying to hide behind the school sign. Trying to hide behind the school sign. There's like this plaque in the school garden that kind of says you know, my school name. And I was kind of like hiding behind it to stop the wind. It was quite cold that day, and yeah, little did I know that was the last time I was gonna be in school. But obviously I'll be in school in 2 weeks. But I don't know, I just think anything in terms of enjoyment and fun will be not there. I think they'll do it right. I do. I have faith they'll do it right. School. But I know how important school is. After what I did in 2018 to 2019, I couldn't have appreciated school so much before, if you know what I mean. You know, in 2019 September, last year September, I couldn't have appreciated it anymore. But unfortunately, around October and November, I was kind of taking it a bit for granted and thinking, oh yeah, gonna have a couple of days off. But when I look back, yeah. But the thing is, I appreciated that a year ago, if you know what I mean. I think everyone will appreciate having their school life back this September. So I know I've had this before, not a lockdown, but I've had no social interaction for about at least from October 2018 to September 2019, 11 months. I've had no social interaction for about 11 months in my life last year. I saw my mates Luke and Robert and stuff like that, but in terms of the school life, no, 11 months at least. And I couldn't have appreciated school any more than September 2019. I got used to it, obviously, and I felt back up and running. But I think everyone will feel that this September, hopefully. But obviously they'd not done what I'd done and deleted 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel and had a bunch of problems elsewhere. But yeah, I don't know. It's just yeah, I know how it feels. This is almost like the second wave for me. Yeah. Your second wave will be my third wave. I'm not saying I'm something special, but I know I've had my issues with being absent of school for a long time. Like, I know kids have been kicked out and expelled, but for 11 months not doing school, yeah, it's not good. Let's say I took a gap year. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of amazing, really, but no. You'll know how I felt last year. Everyone will, but I just think, I know the way I've seen school. I know. You're probably asking me because I'm a blooming sixth former. Maybe that's why you're all asking me, and I'm telling you, oh, don't ask me what happens in sixth form. Sorry, it's over being undeniable, but I don't know if I do, yeah, think, yeah, you guys think a lot about me and stuff. About me. Should I play a bit of the MC Hunger Games? We ask you because you're in year 14. Am I? 12 years? Oh shit, I am. I'm in year 14, aren't I? I'm actually in year 13, but I'm 18. Well, that's the thing. My mate Jake McCann. Oh, we're going to him again, are we? Was 18 last September. And I know when his birthday is. I don't send him happy birthday messages. I don't even bloody like him. But yeah, you know what I mean? So, I was just born later, so I'm either the youngest in year 13. No. The oldest in year 13. Or the youngest in year 14. It's kind of like one of those. But now I don't know. I've seen quite a bit of school, but if you're asking me, I've all my knowledge of being in secondary school for the last 7 years. I don't know how it's going to pan out. But if you ask me how to get back to normality in terms of, school and, I don't know, if you've just had an upsie, I don't know, just any routine's good. Because I've had it before, experienced it. School doesn't make a difference. But I think everyone will feel that in September. Because it's almost like last year I had it early. I had this is early. I had 11 months of just this 6 months. So you can imagine how I felt. March was April, May, June, July, August. 5 months ago. Imagine no school for 11 months. Exactly, you'd be climbing up the walls. And I've had that. And it's not nice, but you do appreciate it. School again. Going to school. For the first month. But no, it feels amazing. All the social distancing, all the tape on the floor. Just ignore it. Just think I'm back with my mates and I've got a routine. I've got something to get up for. And I don't know. Try not to think too much about a second lockdown because it's quite unlikely, but it's more likely to happen around I'd say February and all that next year, sorry. But we get better and better at understanding this stuff, don't we? So it's gonna become easier and easier to. But the thing is, what I think might happen, it might die out. Like it doesn't just. It was a new virus around March, wasn't it? And nobody had heard of it before, and it was all new, and it wants to get into everyone. I'm kind of thinking of it like some creature. Maybe it might evolve as it gets beaten, like it learns how to kill itself, that sort of thing. So suicide. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you get it, it won't be as. It's kind of mutated not to be as bad as it was in the beginning because it was a new virus, if you know what I mean. Or when you get it, the symptoms are lesser. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like not died out as such, but it's still going to be there, but it's not as a bigger deal as it was when it was new, if you know what I mean. And we're not going to get anything like we did back in April time with that lockdown, because even if it does surge again, I don't think it's going to surge like it did, if you know what I mean, because we've learned how to, just think about what caused the surge before, like no face masks, no hand sanitizer, no knowledge of it really at all. All the knowledge was dissipated, but now we, have the knowledge, so it's, I don't know, anticipated. What's this one doing? Fall off. If you know what I mean, it's kind of like, we know what we're doing now, so it will be not as bad as it was when we got it in March, because I don't know, not as many people are coming into contact with each other. That's all you can do. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, like, it's obviously not that bad because it's not like the bloody plague, is it? You know what I mean? It's not wiping out people left, right and centre. I know people were dropping like flies at first, but now it's not as bad as it isn't. If people saying, oh yeah, it's the warm weather that's keeping it down and all that. Well, what other point of face masks then in the summer? You know what I mean? So yeah, I know. So you're saying we've only got to be locked down in the winter and the spring, but in the summer we can come out again. I know it's weird that, but Australia, I think what's happened there is they've opened everything up. They've gone totally out of control and opened everything. Because the Australian government are a bunch of camels. A bunch of camels! A bunch of kangaroos. Oh my god. A bunch of kangaroos. Hopping around everywhere. Just expect everything to be back to normal. I don't know what's happened there, but it's in cities, isn't it? Not many people live in cities. What people that do have the money to... I don't know. Most people live in suburban areas. Okay, this is... what I was saying about 5 minutes ago was sensible, but now I've gone on to kangaroos and the government of Australia. No, people don't listen to this anymore. Yeah. It's funny though, yeah. What happens every other second? I don't know, we have to be locked down for... But not like... I don't think we'll lock down for like... literally a month and a half. I think we'll lock down for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks bare minimum. 2 weeks. And then we'll reopen again. And then we'll close again. And then we'll reopen again. It'll be like that. If it is going to have a... That's what they're doing at the moment now. Have you realised? Like, things in the long run, they're saying, oh yeah, they'll be fine, they'll be fine. But when it gets to them, the date gets closer and closer and closer, they start saying, oh yeah, school. Oh, I don't know if is school really safe to be happening? Well, you said a couple of months ago it was. So they're doing things schools, we said a couple of months ago, no, kids don't really, contract the virus. But now it's been proven, oh yes, I know it's new, but I know it's the healthcare of England, isn't it here? Oh, you can't trust them. I said the other night, how can a health minister be a health minister if he told us to lock down 2 weeks, after we should have? How can you call yourself health minister? You know what I mean? Well, like health minor. A health minor. Yeah, not very good at healthcare. Yeah, well, I would be doing, I'd just be saying, I don't know. I know masks in school. I can't see that happening. I think it would be... kids would hate it. We wouldn't be able to understand each other. It'd be like... It was like that anyway. In certain schools, with the intelligence you get. What you... And yeah. I don't know. Masks would be flung around. But everyone was saying wear gloves at first. Remember when everyone was saying, oh, you gotta wear gloves. But gloves, you take them off and then they infect other things. Oh, the redundancy on it, of it. You know what I mean? It's redundancy, but then it's like redundancy that actually just increases the chance of it spreading. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about healthcare, but in terms of looking into the future, I just think, I don't know, if we do have a second wave, I just want to see how everyone cries about it, because I know not everyone does, but I cope quite well. I slapped through it half of it, but no, I occupy myself. I bought models, I worked on an airport in Minecraft that it's such a big project, I'm still working on it now. YouTube, photography, got some... I said lockdown was good because it gave me time to get my shit together. I know, that's just for me. But just the whinging that goes on in terms of the news and everyone trying to put on a brave face. I mean, I know that's all you can do, but I know it's just a bit pathetic, really. Because these are people that run the economy and they're crying about, oh, I didn't get a sandwich, and can people stop buying? You're working for the economy. You shouldn't be that unprofessional. You know what I mean? Make yourself a sandwich. Well, unable to self-cater yourself. Do you have to wipe? I can wipe your own back. I need someone to wipe my back. There's no one to wipe my backside for me. Let's make a video on social media. I'm getting at that NHS worker who got into the car and he started crying because he couldn't buy a sandwich. Alright, that's a bit harsh, but I don't know. I'd make myself a sandwich, wouldn't I? I'd go home, get some bread, slap some butter on it. I don't have butter. Or just get a Subway, you know what I mean? We're bloody closed. See, I'd be fine for about 5 minutes. Be like, it's alright, I can go home. When I realise, oh shit, I haven't got any bread. I'm gonna go to the shop. Oh shit, we haven't got any shops at the bread. I mean, bread at the shop. What am I gonna make myself? I'm looking at the cat. The cat's like, don't eat me again. Don't eat me again. I don't know. Just some people whinge off nothing. And it's just like, well, you know, you're an adult. Don't be crying on your phone and put it on social media. Especially if you're working for the NHS, you know what I mean? What? How does that make you look? How does that make you look? When we say, oh, I'm a representative. How does that make you look? And everyone else's confidence in you during a bloody pandemic? You're crying over a sandwich. Well, what are you bloody crying about when I'm on the ventilator? You know what I mean? Oh, God. It is sometimes a worry, like, just... I think I more think about the quality of the people than... I don't know if this is a bad thing, but I think more about the quality of the people that are getting employed than the lives and the people, you know, they go home, you know, they get paid. You know what I mean? They have to put food on the table. I more think about, I'm going to have to employ people who are really just people who are... I don't like people that are not academic. That's me. If I had a business, that's just the way I am. Like, I'm not saying, oh yeah, I underpay people and I don't want to employ snotty people, but yeah, technically that's what I'm saying. I suppose if you're the NHS, you've got to employ anyone at the end of the day, haven't you? Because there's a lack of doctors and all that, and that's a bit worrying by itself, but you're just employing anyone. But I don't know, I try and think about the people they are, and if I'd looked them up on social media, I know that's a bit of a dirty manager, but what would they be representing there? I really think about that. I don't know, if I had a business, I'd think like, I don't know, the quality of the people instead of, you know, the fact that, oh yeah, they have a family, they've got to put food on the table. I'm not going to employ you. Yeah, but please, I don't have a job. No, because you're, I don't know, not intelligent enough. You don't meet my expectations for quality. I do, because I believe quality people makes a quality product. I do. Yeah. Maybe they'd be a quality person if I employed them. Maybe they could, like, something they could work on. Maybe we should take that more into consideration. But now I do. That's the reason I think about that. I think I look at some of these people that are working behind the tills and Asda and call me a snob. I just think, yeah, I mean, that's customer service there, picking the nose like some sort of bloody immigrants. You know what I mean? Oh shit, yeah. You know what I mean? Until I realise, yeah, I'm right. This is it. This is customer service these days from Asda. When you go into Marks and Spencer's, you know what I mean? You get some decent people who aren't picking the nose, like an Asda and Sainsbury's and Tesco and all those. So it's like, yeah, it is. It's the quality of the people that are making the quality of the product. I've done business studies. I passed it, so... Oh, so that makes me even more viable to say this. No, it doesn't, but I don't know. It's just how I think. I think, like, you look at the people in the 60s and the 70s. You still got some dickheads, but you got more people that were more, you know, more decent people. But nowadays, you get like these families of about 6 kids. No one wants to be that 6th child. Pay tax on them. Once they have about 3 children, you have to pay £100 each month to have that child because it's causing them an inconvenience, you an inconvenience, but everyone else, because they say like all the smart genes go to the first child and all. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a bit harsh as well, but I believe like there's more people on the earth, the parents, like equality, something that gets passed down. And you do, like, what are you going to have in a couple of years? Are you just going to get like no society at all, like these kids that are on phones these days and they just don't talk to anyone? Are they going to be the quality of the people working at like Boeing and Lockheed and like the NHS and stuff like that, like really important companies, you know what I mean, and organisations? Like, I do worry. I think Well, you look at them now. Look at them back in the 60s. Look at the planes they were making back in the 60s. In the 70s, stuff like the 747, 767, 757, Airbus A300. You know, quality planes, because the people that were making them were quality people. They're employing the best people out there. But nowadays, they say that, but if you look at the Dreamliner and the Max, and healthcare today, you know how it's everywhere. They don't even have enough beds to occupy things, and they build the ninth angel last minute. You know what I mean? It's like, well, it is. We're not thinking about redundancy and all that. It's a bit scary. I suppose I'm not really getting to the point, but I'm basically saying newer generations, they're almost lacking this they think about something like, yeah, but they don't they just think about their idea. They don't think about the redundancy. You know, they're more thinking, yeah, it's profit, isn't it? They're thinking more profit than meeting schedule, having profit than safety, and it's just generally a good product. Like we say, oh yes, in aviation, you know, safety should come before schedule. About something like 2 years ago, they rushed out something like 7 Dreamliners a month. You know what I mean? That's rushing, and they were proud of it. You know, none of them that was saying, "No, we're proud of this," were over the age of at least 40. You know what I mean? They were all like, you know, below 40. It's shocking. And anything these days, games, apps, they make something to make money, not to make a good product, and that's just the generation we live in. And a bit like YouTube as well. You see these people making YouTube, they're not making great videos. Neither am I. But they're more making just anything just to get over 10 minutes to make money on YouTube, to hit the monetization. Yeah, appliance and all that. I do believe that, and you might not believe it as I'm saying it right now, but in a couple of years you might get what I'm talking about here. You might get what I'm talking about, because I've seen it. Not because I've been around in the 60s and 70s, just because I don't know. I'm able to have a quite a decent look at things that have been made in the past. You know, like certain aircrafts and just general, nomics of things and stuff, and how things used to be done. You know, played old video games from the 90s and all that, and video games today, aviation, planes today like the Dreamliner and the A350. Personally, I think the A350 is the best blooming aircraft Airbus have ever made. But that's dedication there. But the Dreamliner, it was more like, I don't know, maybe it is just modern day Americans. But you saw aircrafts like the 757 in the 70s, and they're still going. With a Dreamliner last, that's bloody flipping 40, 50 years that. They started probably iterating the 757 50 years ago. And the 767. Oh, you can tell what I favour. I know more about the 757 than the 76. I've always said that, but I like the 76 better because what it is for me. But I like the 757. There's no... If anyone had said, if you'd held a gun to me and said, what do you prefer, 75 or 76? I'd say 767, but if you said off remarks and engineering and just... I don't know, I'd say 76 because what it is for me. I like the 7, but I think the 75, I don't know, it just has this edge to it. Oh, I just love it. I just love the 757. Oh, I'm getting excited off an aircraft here. But, yeah. I don't know, it's just a great plane. It's just a great plane. Because the people that made it were great, you see. I still have old versions of a 737. I don't know if it's because with age, like an old bottle of wine, with age it becomes better, but I don't know. I don't know. How about with cars? Yeah, you can see that with modern day cars as well. Old cars like the the Aston. What was it called? The Austin 11 or something like that. The old Austin, and old versions of a Mini. They lasted years and stuff like that. Old versions of the BMWs and Audis and the A1s and Mercedes. But nowadays they're using cheaper materials in the cars, like plastic, pipes instead of like metal, instruments in the car. And obviously plastic has not as long longevity as metal, if you know what I mean. A bit like diecast models. But no, it's yeah. Apparently people said, oh yeah, newer versions of BMWs aren't as good as the old versions, because I suppose that isn't really down to the people, but it is a decision that has been made to cut costs and to, I don't know, but it's not as reliable in the long run. You know what I mean? They're not thinking about things lasting long. They're thinking about how it is almost like that. You look at Apple. How flimsy can we make it so the consumer can break it as much as possible? They're not thinking about a phone that lasts long. Just look at what they were doing in 2016, Apple. They were putting updates on the old iPhone 5 and the iPhone 6 to clumsy it, if you know what I mean, to cause it an inconvenience to the customers that are paid. So they have to upgrade, you know what I mean? That's not a hardware problem. That's a software problem. They're doing that through software. It's not the hardware failing. It's the software causing the hardware to fail. And I've done a bit of IT in my time, and yeah, I'm not bloody stupid, and you can't get away with that. And when you're Apple, I suppose you can get away with it. But yeah, it is. They're not thinking about things lasting long. They're thinking about how should we use proper industry equipment here, like glue and screws to make something. They're thinking, should we just go to the sellotape? Should we just go to the, I don't know, blue tack? Should we just go to the PVA glue just to make this one, so the consumer gets it in 5 days if we break it, and we can charge them for it. You know what I mean? Get them to pay for warranty, and yeah. Yeah, disgusting, but so it is. And everything else is like that these days. Like, we used to have a DVD player, but now because Blu-ray exists and Amazon Prime TV and Netflix, it's almost like back then you bought a DVD or you lent it off your mate, a DVD. Even with old games and all that, you lent the disc from someone. You only had to buy your DVD player once, didn't you? You only had to buy your tape player, tape recorder, converter, DVD player once. It was a one-time buy. A bit like getting passing an exam. You only have to put the effort in once, and then you've got it. On your CV, just don't lose your CV, because then you have to do it again. But it's probably the person doesn't have a clue what I'm talking about. But it's like now with Netflix and all that and all of that, it's like a membership each month. You've got to pay for it every time you want to watch something. Well, you've got to have a membership to watch certain, you know what I mean? It is. So it's not just, stick the DVD in and it just plays, like my dad said. It just plays when we're trying to watch a movie the other night. It's almost like, no, with Netflix you got to download it. That's free. So it looks good. Oh yeah, download Netflix for free. But no, you got to have a bloody subscription that costs about £19 a month for a family. But if you're just an individual, I know it probably costs more, doesn't it? £6 a month. But then you're limited to certain shows until you renew to, I don't know, Netflix Premium or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, I can only watch what my membership is viable for me to watch. It's not like the olden days where you could just stick anything in and it just plays. It's money. And for me, I don't like that. If I was, because it's digital technology, you know what I mean? It won't just play. It will play, but it will only play under your wallet, if you know what I mean. So I don't know, interpretate that any way you will, but I don't like the new way of doing things. I just preferred when you used to just stick a DVD in it, just bloody played, instead of faffing around with oh, what's my email address? Oh, I don't know what my password is. Oh, and I've got to pay for it now. Oh, we don't even have that certain movie because the generation that watches Netflix and Netflix is for shows. So we don't have old versions of, the old version of The Omen. We just have a new version that's crap. I know we don't have classic films like, I don't know, classic films. More into horror films, me. James Bond. We just have like the newer versions of James Bond. You know what I mean? Daniel Craig. You know what I mean? I don't really like Daniel Craig. For the old versions of James Bond. You know what I mean? We don't have. We just have newer releases because that's what is paid for. You know what I mean? That's what makes them money. And that's not very good. I don't really like that. At least show the consumer what's available first. Well, they do that Netflix, don't they? I've never used it, but I've seen how it performs. You search something, but it comes up with a bunch of like remakes and HD version or trailer, or it doesn't come with a proper thing. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. Just buy a DVD player and just stick in the old DVD. I don't know. VCR, DVR. You know what I mean? It just bloody plays. VCR. Yeah, it's old, isn't it? That required a separate audio thing, that, didn't it? A VCR. Because it was like video. You had to plug in the... Was it the tape for the audio? Something separate. I know how a tape machine works. Put the tape roll in. Oh, for God's sake, what is this lag? What is this? I can't play like this. Is it for everyone? Is it just have we got a faulty server connection? An old tape machine. You put the tape, got the, the film or tape, and then the rollers. You put it in the rollers, and they roll and play the tape through a scanner that beams a signal to. Use a projector. And yeah, that's how it used to work. Because I got taught it. You know what I mean? I know kids these days just expect it to play and how it works and all that. Just plays because it's streamed from the internet. You know what I mean? That's what we've been told, and that's how it works. But I like to know how it works. If you know, you can get other people to know. Yeah, indeed. But yeah, that's why I show initiative in terms of like, my setup and like, learning how to use a camcorder. I know I'm not great at first, but I know that, with practice, you know what I mean, I'll get better at using it. I understand that, I get it. But with an ATC recorder, I knew nothing about an ATC recorder about a year ago, but I'm educating myself to learn how to use one. You know what I mean? That's the fun of it. But you can teach yourself. Now these two are gonna run into each other. Will Doom be your last video before Heathrow? Yeah, I'm gonna do it Saturday. Yeah, this bugger's a right one. This one's a right bugger up a stick. This bugger's a right bugger up a stick. Hey? Is he faster than me? He is too. Stampy Longrose. Stampy Longrose! Well, it's Longrow at the moment because of the bloody virus. Sorry. Lack of customer service at the moment because of the correct. They keep saying that. And, not good enough. Are they faster in this version? Are they faster? Lack of pasta. Because Jamie Oliver's stolen it all. He has as well. I wonder if I can do my old trick of putting the cobweb. That was streetwise. Well, not really. See what I did? I deliberately fell so I could knock him off. That's what I wanted to do, but it didn't really work out very well because he hit me. I deliberately fell off. I had a cobweb, I could have blocked him. Because that's what I did with the last one, and they were totally confused. See, if you're not thinking, you're not engaged, you're not thinking. If you're not thinking, you're not engaged. Oh, stupid. I'll never be engaged because I'm never thinking. I'm only thinking about myself. Well, I thought I knew nothing about myself. Asking the wrong person. Speak a lot of sense. Yeah, when I'm up to it. The kangaroos working for the Australian government, that, you know, yeah, DVD, look, XX DVD, RTXX, yeah. God, yeah. Happy Cookie killed him. Blimey, surprised Netflix didn't kill him. Oh, just these services as well, these awful services. Amazon Prime Video, they're all the same. They all require a membership fee, that is ridiculous. But so does Xbox Live. You know what I mean? They're all after money. But, you know what I mean? It's more complicated. It has to be more complicated because it makes more money. If it's more complicated, it costs more. You know what I mean? That's how it works. It can't be simple. Don't know what I'm expecting, but if I ever have to do anything with Netflix, I don't know if I have a family or if it is the future, if a TV won't be called the TV anymore, it would just be called Netflix, or like, oh yeah, can you go onto the computer? No, it would just be called, oh yeah, can you go onto Google? You know what I mean? Just like, it's just been taken over by these companies. I'm not gonna bother, you know what I mean, trying to learn, because if I don't like something, I'm not saying I don't like Netflix, but I don't watch TV anyway. Why can't there just be one service? You know what I mean? Disney Plus now. For the people that live in hyper reality, you know, salivating over Star Wars. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, that's another service, isn't it? How much money do parents these days pay on TV? You know what I mean? Subscription. It's not even bloody TV. It's not television, because it's not television. If it's not education, you know, bloody Star Wars, LL, is that bloody educational? You know what I mean? Television, you know what I mean? It's telling you a vision. Information, teleinformation, yeah. But no, I think, just generally TV programs, shows these days. God, do you think I've been around since dinosaurs were born? You know what I mean? Nothing's let's look at YouTube. Nothing's educational or mainstream stuff. It's not educational. I encourage people to watch things on the internet, to learn something from them, not to, you know what I mean, not to encourage badding, you know what I mean, like stuff that's crude or, I don't know, a little bit, I don't know, just a bit dissipating, like, just like, disappointing, like, a young person watching something like Love Island. I mean, what are we going to get out of that? You know what I mean? What are we going to get out of that? Where's watching something like David Attenborough? You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what you see on David Attenborough and then what you see on, I don't know, Blue Planet, they are quite similar, because it's the same bloody person. Love Island. Yeah, I suppose when they're showing the monkeys cracking open the, you know, the things, the rocks and all that on Blue Planet. Yeah, it's quite similar to Love Island, to be fair, to some extent, when they show the pigs crawling around and the whales and the monkeys. Yeah, it's very similar to Love Island, yeah. Some of the blokes on it look like... You know what I mean? Oh, God. I wonder what Darwin would have thought. Darwin, what do you think? Bloody I'll never win this. I'll never win this. I'll never win this. Oh, this again. I have to pay for this. Yeah, there's services as well. Rubbish. Services. Yeah, what are you going to learn from bloody Love Island? You're not going to learn much. I just don't want things that encourage bad influences and just have bad, I don't know, effects on young minds. You know what I mean? It's not helpful because it doesn't make. Just because other people are on TV and they don't feel good about themselves, so they have to get a lot of implants. You know what I mean? They might be happy in the end, and yeah, alright, they have all the right in the world to be happy over a huge arse of a huge bloody donkey-sized lips. You know what I mean? But like 2 bloody baguettes, but you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That just encourages us. It's like it's like the virus. Once someone gets it, the other person gets it. It's not like that, but I think it suits a certain attention span that isn't very intelligent anyway. You wouldn't get someone thinking, oh, I want to learn something educational, and it just to be recommended love art. You know what I mean? It's mainstream. It would be recommended there anyway. Because it makes them money. I know exactly how it works. Cheeky bastards. I know exactly who'd find this funny. Me mate Brody. Don't know why. That's what I'm saying here. It's quite funny. But no, I don't know. I don't know what I expect young people to watch. That's good, but there's things they can learn from. It's good to learn things. I suppose some do, but mainly the ones that go to Oxford University. University of Oxford, sorry. Remember what I said once? What did I say? I said something like, I think kids these days, they shouldn't be looking at dirty things. They should really be on like at the University of Oxford website. So I said, no one's going to be on the University of Oxford at my age, and neither am I. When did I say? Oh, yeah, right to the point. The question is, do you learn? Watch some documentaries about Lockheed. Well, you learn enough from that, don't you, about military space defence, don't you? Well, I don't know. I don't really watch documentaries, but just more like very quick, like get to the straight to the get-go kind of points about things, like just why this was made, and I don't know what a rapid exit is. I don't know. Well, you're only gonna learn things if you enjoy them in the first place. You're not gonna expect someone to pick up, I don't know, something like morticulture, you know what I mean? Like, just like, oh yeah, who's been interested? You know what I mean? You have to be, with hobbies, it's more like they get a dose of it first, and then they come back, and then they keep coming back. It's more like that, isn't it? Not just like, oh yeah, morticulture. You know what it is? No. But it sounds interesting. Yeah, of course it does. You know what I mean? I just think people take anything these days just to keep these job interviewees quiet. My job interviewer was Mr. Cooper at my school. He looks a bit like that. Like a bloody... Look at the bloody mohawk! Look at that! You punk! Look at that! It's like Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh god, he's doing what I do. Mate, there's someone over there. You used to be able to fire fireworks and like point to someone, like give people heads up. Am I a bat? Oh no, that was in the other photo. What? What? Hey, the girl won. She's probably got those like headphones on with little like cat ears, going yay, swigging like Monster or something. Oh, this is the fella. Look, if you do that, looks like one of the blokes from the airport. When you do that, looks like one of the blokes from, I don't know, one of the blokes from JJ Farm Ice Cream. That looks like something from like a Mykonos gay strip club. Oh god, it looks like someone from Cheshire. It looks like an ice cream, to be fair. See those kids these days with look at this one. He's got oh yeah, look, the kids these days simply pinging from the drawling off a phone. Yeah, but he carrot in front of him on a stick. Yeah, kids there with the curly hair. And their hair looks like noodles. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the kids in my school have that sort of hair. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like Bob Marley inspired, but like it's like curly and long. It's not like 80s hair, but it's like short but like curly. I know, because like in 2015, I remember everyone having that sort of hair that was like straight, but like around the sides it was like a number 2. They were a number 2 anyway, but you know what I mean, like really short and like I don't know, like a part in there, like a really pronounced part in. But kids these days, they have like their hair like yeah, like that, like curly and stuff like that, like all frizzy, curly hair. I don't know why. If it isn't the teddy bear boys with the leather jackets and the was it the emos with the emons with the 80s where they had like the baldy head. Was it the emons used to hate the emos or something? Or something, I can't remember. My dad told me, but I don't know. Yeah, kids these days they have really curly hair. It looks like noodles. It's like I'll never make my hair like that. It's mainly the ones that are like I don't know, like little shits normally. I still with many of them. Wonder if I'll be doing prefecting. I don't know how it's gonna look. It's not gonna look anything like they're saying that on the TV. Your school will look the way your school looked. It's just gonna look a bit more like let's say like a fire drill every day. Like they're letting each year in at one at a time. Maybe. Something like that. I don't know. I'll tell you when I get there. Interesting video. It has been an interesting video. Oh. I thought I killed him! Look at this guy. We've got Robin Hood after me. Oh, Robin Hood with his little sword. Should he kill me? Probably should. I've got nothing, mate. I haven't got a thing. Like, I know they're not gonna give me anything. I wouldn't expect them to anyway. But this one's eager to kill. Yeah, he wants me for breakfast. Show us your community. Oh, I might do in a minute. What? Once I die, yeah. 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 Addy Woo 2601. Oh god. Must be I don't know. I keep doing that at the moment. Like keep making simple shot. I said that before in Terraria. I'm gonna do what I did before, am I? What did he do? What did he go? He's probably like, whoa. He's probably like, oh, he left the game because it probably said Terraria left the game. Right, okay, this world. Oh god. What was the last place you went before lockdown? The airport, probably. Manchester Airport. Style, that was it. I recorded that video. I know, I made that video on the 22nd of was it a Sunday? Was it Saturday? Saturday. Because the schools broke up on the 20th, I seem to remember, and I didn't go in on the 20th, the last day of school. It was a Thursday, I seem to remember, because all it was just for year 11s doing signing shirts, because I didn't turn up, but my dad phoned it and he said, oh yeah, year 11s are just signing shirts and stuff and having ice cream. So if Sam wants to turn up, well, there's no real point. So my dad just said, don't turn up. We don't want you there anymore. No, we don't want you there no more. Don't know. No, I think I've got a reason to be there now. Oh yeah, because the virus has gone a little bit. It hasn't gone, but it's decreased in terms of spreadability. Spreadability? Do you reckon I've ever used that? In the oh, do you really trust people that, I don't know, just healthcare is unprofessional. So I could do a better job at running it. Sure I could. Monkeys running it. Oh no, because that just sounds like I'm having a go at the multi-ethnic. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that they might as well be monkeys because they don't know anything. Monkeys know things. They know how to crack up nuts and stuff, like you see on their Blue Planet. But the ones on Love Island, monkeys on Love Island, yeah, they really are monkeys. Definition of bloody second, I don't know, subspecies. I don't know, vermin. How I can describe them. I don't know. You'd think I bloody watched the whole bloody season of Love Island. I'm just saying it's a terrible TV show. I'm sure there's more. I mean, Strictly Come Dancing isn't classy. That's bloody. That's for like, I don't know. It's rubbish. But the X Factor, that really is garbage. But it's like my dad said when he just used to. There was it that show that used to have got you thinking about like myths and things, and then it was Tom and Jerry, and then it was BBC One and BBC Two and Granada Reports, ITV. But nowadays you've got, it's like the lack of the good stuff, is it the funny stuff? Yeah, it's like it really is. It's tuned into. I wouldn't like to see, but I'd be very, very interested just to understand what someone my age just watches. I know someone watching something shouldn't be how you should, I don't know, interpretate them in terms of a person. Like someone might just enjoy watching Jeremy Kyle. Doesn't mean they should be on Jeremy Kyle, you know what I mean? But I think, well, if you're the sort of person that would be watching that, what sort of person are you? And my dad kind of does that, but like through music. So you're not listening to Genesis, you're listening to bloody Little Mix. you're a little girl, so you need to grow up. Yeah. Fully stand with him on that one, but yeah. Look at me pretending I'm a plane. Yeah, this is why I know me runways quite well, because I've had to make one. Yeah, let's see, that's taxi onto runway. A full runway, yeah. 11 because it's facing in the direction of, was it 11? 9/11, see there? Oh shit, that's soon, isn't it? And then you've got the piano tiles, 20 years next year. And then you've got the 2, and then you've got the 2, and then you've got the middle point. I'm not talking about Little Mix, middle point of the runway. And you've got the 2. They're just markers for where the aircraft should be on the takeoff roll. Estimate, touchdown, and then takeoff. Hang on, that's different. 1, 2, and then 2 blocks. Have I messed it up already? And I'll be going on a British Airways flight. I don't know what runway this is meant, or airport. It's meant to be, I don't know, replicant of Heathrow. Heathrow has 2 runways. They wanted to make a 3rd runway, but I don't think they're going to let them. No, they're not going to let them. They're not going to do it. But yeah, they allowed me to do it here because no one lives around here. It's only the parrots and the monkeys in the trees. Yeah. Strictly Come Dancing is trash. But have I got some sort of like internet delay? Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this at 21 minutes past midnight? If you're hearing this 25 minutes past midnight, that means my internet isn't holding up very well. I just said it a little while ago. There's a nice Strictly Come Dancing is rubbish for you. Stupid. A350, you know what's what. Oh, I'm then. I thought I missed out some glass. A350. Yeah, I released a video on my Sam Lockett channel. I'll be unboxing a bunch of, aviation, 400 aviation. Clipper Freedom, Pan Am. Amazing. Oh god. And then you got the cargo. Qatar A330. Air France A321. Air France and I didn't know it was so bland. British Airways. Yeah, we're going to be going on something that looks a bit like a British Airways A320. I don't know if it'll be a Neo. I don't know yet, but it probably won't be. But yeah, I don't know. It might be. I don't know. It couldn't be. But on the way back, we're going on A319. Or is it for BA livery? Oh, if it is, I'll be making a right bloody fuss over it. Guys, we're going on the BA livery. No, Sam, it's that one. Oh, guys, we're going on the. We got me Egyptian here. I got anterior that a week ago. Egypt Air. I find they're a bit snotty, not very good. I mean, I think everyone's seen the pyramids of Giza on Google Maps. Nobody wants to be really going there. Egypt Air. What most people do actually, if you don't, where do we fly? If you don't fly into Kybra, no, that's Australia, isn't it? They fly into North East Africa using, I don't know, Ryanair or something like that, or EasyJet, and then they take like a long bus down to, you know, the pyramids and the structures and the argumentals. Oh, the argumentals. I don't know, the argumentals. Yeah, the people who arguing. The Orientals. There's a wee Chinese restaurant near mine. The Orientals. But they're not doing too well at the moment. Yeah. How they cook their bloody food. Cook the food in like the ground or something outside and they set it on fire. Noodles! Yes. Hang on, that looks like it's peeing a bunch of worms from your garden, mate. No, noodles. This isn't very Oriental. This is more like, I don't know, blooming, authentic. No, it's not authentical. It's bloody not noodles. I don't know. Mental. It's not really mental. This is mental. As for dog. And you gave me chicken. It's actually the other way around. You gave me chicken, but I just saw your dog outside. The chef came out with a big knife and chopped its head off. And all I heard was a woofter. I mean a woof. Woof. And yeah, the dog had a tag on it saying number 37. And I'm on table number 37. So could you explain that, sir? The guy would probably say, oh, it's what you paid for. It's what you paid for. My name's Hua. It's what you paid for. Yeah. You have to leave in like handcuffs. Yeah. Eggy noodles. Actually, I've been to a Chinese and actually it's not that bad. Egg fried rice. That's nice. It's got bits of sweet corn in it and peas. Little bits of scrambled egg and chicken and rice. I used to think it's chicken and rice. No, but animal welfare over there isn't top notch. So I can't say notch in Minecraft. I don't know how I'm going to interiorate this bloody thing. It's going to take ages to say 380. Yeah, this is my Terminal 2. You should build the plane you go on. What, afterwards? Yeah, I might do. I don't know if it is the BAE livery. It doesn't really say that, but the British Airways flight website does give you an idea for what aircraft you're going on. Because I think it's important for business travellers to understand if they're going to have, you know, like premium economy, because shorter aircraft, you know, not going to fit in the, you know, with certain like products. Yeah. In September, a 777 landed at Manchester. Oh, did it divert? Did it? 777 British Airways. Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Wonder why. There was a some funny airline at Liverpool before, a 737. I don't know what it was called, but yeah. I've seen 757's going into the back. I told you I saw Titan Airlines 757 going. I showed you the end of a Terraria video as well. Going to Liverpool back in October 2019. I was in what was I saying? I was in pre-study and I was just studying. I went on Flight Radar and the Titan Airlines 757. Clicked on it. It said from. Where was it going from? Something like Nipole or I don't know, Copenhagen or somewhere where Titan fly. I don't know, somewhere in Russia. Like Slavinsky or something. I don't know. And because Titan Airlines are a charter airline, they only operate when they're fully booked. Otherwise they'll just cancel it. So they don't rely on like, oh yeah, Titan Airlines 757 going out. They don't have like slots like TUI and Jet2. Like like they go out on certain days. They go out when they're fully booked. That's a charter airline. Or anything charter. Apparently that High Fly was charter as well. Getting a lot of demand for High Fly to fly in. I don't know what they're bringing in. I don't know if it's football teams or people coming. I think it is people coming back from Spain and stuff who have been on the quarantine list, and they're just helping out with some of the I won't say repatriations, but the bringing people back to the UK. High Fly with their A330-300s, big enough aircraft for that. Sometimes it's not just about what aircraft. Sometimes I like to know the reason why, and I think that's what the High Fly is about at Manchester. But Heathrow, completely different, isn't it? Half it's PPE and most of it is just people that want to fly over. This is my plane. So this isn't a plane that exists. This is a plane that I made myself. It's called a TR Sky 100. It belongs to Virgin Atlantic Airways. And yeah, it's meant to compete with the A3, or more like the 777-200, but also the A350-900, Dreamliner, Dash 8 and Dash 9. But also maybe A330, 767s, 767-400s. Just trying to go for that kind of long range, wide body, but quite short. So it's as wide as an A380. Get this, it's as wide as an A380, but it's as long as an A330-200. I don't think it would fly, but it's got a carbon wing and GE9X engines to cope with the weight. But also, for the new viewers who don't know, and I just cut my own plane companies in Minecraft. And just because I like to experiment. 757 replacement here. The TR Sky 200. I've called it the hot rod because look at it. Looks like some bloody sports car. A fictional aircraft by me, and it belongs to Jet2.com because I don't know, Jet2 have a lot of 757s. And yeah, it's basically as long as a 757-300. It's quite long, but it's to replace the 757. It's got the some new form of the RB211, like some new iteration, like all the good things about the RB211, but taken into an economic kind of improvement standpoint. And there's the cockpit, all not analog, but all why would it be analog? All screens technology. Well, it isn't 757. I'm quite good with my 757. There's a little blooming picture right there. I've got about how many? I've got 7 models of a 757. 8 models of 75. I like 757s. I'm quite good with my 757s. It's kind of got like long, like flamingo legs, hasn't it? The 757. Flamingo type landing gear. Yeah. I think that's why it looks so long. Because the A321 is quite close down to the ground, but also it's got hasn't got like a buggy, which might be due to the hard landings. It's got like no kind of like rear wheel and then aft wheel to touch down on. It's just straight down on that that one wheel or four wheel landing gear. There's a 757 cockpit. Oh no, I know quite a bit about 757. Here's the RB211 landing gear. All of that. Because 757, I don't know if anyone knows it as well as I do, but and if you can like the belly here, where most of the fuel is, it's kind of like a triangle shape. Oh, okay. It kind of like goes like or this bit. It kind of goes like kind of points out like that, a little bit, just a bit, and the tail is like that, and it yeah slips down. It's very similar to the 767, 757. Also the nose is where it's going to look like a. It just looks great. It's a great looking plane. So I've tried to mimic it, but make it look, yeah. But I don't know. The only problem with this plane is the landing gear. This landing gear here, because most landing gears go that way into the nose. Because if you went further down, the fuel tanks and stuff like that. Also weight attribution. And the length of that horizontal would be something like going out here. So it'd be going into the nose cone, so I need to place this landing gear further back. I'd do it now actually, I'll place it further back. How further back should it be? I'll say here, just move that anti-collision light to here. A good insight on how to make bloody planes. There's the landing gear light. Just mimic that lovely landing gear I've got here. There's a jockey there. You should so do it. I did, but I deleted it. I was about to make a tutorial on how to make an airplane in Minecraft. Right, okay, yeah. Okay, and that's. Oh, no, buggered it up. For you as well. That's a little bit more reasonable. At least when it's retracting, it will go into a section here. Yeah, that's how it works. As you can see, there's the main landing gear, and yeah, it would go into there. Yeah, the two things would come down. But no, it looks better. But like Concorde's nose wheel was so far back, it looks a bit ridiculous. But because of the snoot droop, it had to be like that. So the landing gear couldn't be any further forward. We had to place it more off. You know what I mean? More further back due to that. But look at this as well. So I'm not consistent. I only care about my plane and my plane only. Oh god. With the wings on this thing, I've tried to give it a really hefty wing so it can achieve vertical takeoffs and stuff like the 757. Not vertical, but the 757 wing. It just looks like it just wouldn't flex. The wing on the 757 looks so hefty. It does. Like when it rotates, it's like vertical, if you know. A bit like the A350 wing. The wingtips are like kind of like vertical when it takes off. Yeah, a bit of flex, but I know it's like. I mean, I love the A350. I do. This model in particular, the wings on it look so bloody strong. I'm just saying the 757 wings look really strong. But 76 wing, that flaps everywhere. It is 767 wing. It's like. You know what I mean? It is. But the Dreamliner wing, one thing I do love about the Dreamliner wing, the outbound aileron at the end of the Dreamliner wing, the way, you know, the tip flexes on the Dreamliner, just how like all the, because you know the aileron is controlled by fly-by-wire, and the wire, and how it has to flex, you know, when it off. Look at a Dreamliner takeoff. So just type in 787 takeoff, like wing flex, and you'll see how much the carbon wings flex because they're light. We're meant to do that, but just think about all the wiring and all like the fuel's in there, and that just how like they bend and like they flex with the aileron, you know, like obviously still working, but it's just remarkable. It's amazing. Like all the wiring for the aileron and all that. It is in like the fly-by-wire. I don't use fly-by-wire these days, but you know, all the redundancy, all the cables, you know what I mean, for the aileron, outbound aileron. And it's just outstanding. I love it. It's amazing. It's what gets us enthusiasts. Like, yeah, it's cool. The A350 wing, yeah, it's nothing special. Nothing special. I like the raked wing tip on the A350. That's what does it for me. But I don't know, I feel like the A350, it's not really meant to compete with a Dreamliner. Some airlines are making it compete like just as well, like Qatar and Qatar operate the Dreamliner and also the A350. I think that's why people are getting confused. But the A350 was meant to tackle on the 777 project, but the Dreamliner 10, I read somewhere, was meant to respond to the A350. That's where the confusion is coming from. But you wouldn't say the Dash 8, the Bombardier Dash 8 was meant to compete with, I don't know, like the ATR 72, would you? You know what I mean? Or like the A220 is meant to compete with the 737. You know what I mean? So I think that's the confusion. But the A350 and the A350 is a more capable aircraft than the Dreamliner. But it's meant to replace the 777-200. But the only problem with the A350 is once they get this 777X out, the A350 is going to dry up. You know what I mean? I'll probably still use it, but in terms of the A350-1000, I think they're going to use the 777X just because the pilots and the minimal training, and you know what I mean. That's what I think. But I still like the Dreamliner. The problem with me with the Dreamliner is, I see it for what it is. It's a new, advanced airliner that's had its problems. I liked the chevrons on the engines, but for me, the Dreamliner is a Dreamliner here. I don't know. It's just, I just can't get excited over it. I don't know why. If you said, okay, what plane do you want to go on tomorrow? 757 or Dreamliner? I'd probably say Dreamliner for the new experience. But if you had to ask me again and again and again and every time, I'd say 757. Because, I don't know, I just don't get that excited over it. But the 747, I get excited over the 747. But, I don't know, I know some people absolutely love the 747. I love the 747 as well, but I don't get really excited over the 747 the same way I do as like the 76 and the 75. Just something about the 76 and the 757 I get so excited about. I don't know what it is. I just love them. But 747, I get excited off them, of course, but yeah, 747, yeah, I do. I have a lot of time for it. With a Dreamliner, I have time for it, but I don't know, I just gotta see it and just kind of look at it and be like, yeah, kind of boring. I don't know what it is, it's just like, it's not, I'm not saying, oh, it's not classy, but it's just a bit boring looking. It is, it's just a bit boring. The Dreamliner is boring. I don't know, it just is. It's one of the models in my collection I've only got one of. That's my TUI one. And every time I see a Dreamliner, I just look at it and just go, meh. You know what I mean? I do. With the A350, I get excited with the A350. The A350 900. Same, I just go, I do. But the 777-200, I get excited off that because I like the 777-200. But the 300, yeah, no, I do. I like the 777, as you all know. What's your favourite cargo aircraft? I quite like the Antonov 225. Is the 128 the one with 4 engines? And the is it, yeah, the IL-70? Is it the IL-72? IL-74? Yeah, that one with the windows with the, you know, the unloading door. Yeah, that one. Yeah. No, probably the Antonov 225. Never seen it take off before. Never really seen it, but I would like to see the AN225. But on flight radar it shows up as a 747, so whenever, if I do see it, I'll probably ignore it. Not saying I ignore 747s, but you know, you see quite a lot of them overhead. So I see Antonov and I'll go, I'll wet myself on the way to the school, or on the way to the toilet. I mean, well, you wouldn't wet yourself on the way to the toilet. You might do if you're bleeding desperate, but on the way to get a pizza, blimey. Well, why didn't you go to the toilet before you had your pizza? You'd be pissing on your pizza. God, pissing in the shop. Sorry, sir. Can I just wee in your toilet? No. I did that in the hairdressers once. Oh, yeah, I did that. I was going to use a toilet, Tracy, and she let me. Give me the keys and everything. I got locked in there. By the time she came around, cut my hair. I looked like bloody Rapunzel. Yeah, my hair was browner towards the bottom because I had nowhere to store it in the toilet. Oh, God. I'm going now. See you tomorrow for the Saudi. 777, 300. Might see a Dreamliner. Might see an A350. I'll see an A350. I'll see 2 777s tomorrow. Oh, Dieter should join. Love it. I like 777 as well. I don't know who said my favourite plane is a 777. But yeah, I like the 777 as a cargo aircraft as well. With FedEx. But I have no problems with the 777. The wing's a bit boring on the 777. A little bit boring. I know whenever I see videos of the 777 wings, it looks like it's made out of like Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton. Okay, so it's made out of that, is it? Polycarbon. Oh, I don't know. It just looks like it's made out of like, don't know, like rubber. Looks really weird. Have you ever looked at the 777 wing? You know, when someone's recording it, you know, in the aircraft. The wing looks like, well, you know, it's a sunny day and all that. It does. It looks like it's made out of rubber. 777 wing. Everyone thinks the 777 hasn't got an aileron. Who said that? I'm kind of looking at it right now, just looking at the 777. But the thing that I like about the 777 is it above the cockpit, the long, kind of like sloping forehead. That's what I really like about the 777. I don't know why. And the engines and the APU and the tail fin's a bit boring. It's kind of like one of those cats with like that I like, kind of like cool looking, but I've got like a sad little tail. It's kind of like that. Like a dog that, I don't know, kind of looks really aggressive and all that, like a American bulldog, but it's got like a shitty little tail. Like, you wouldn't expect it to have like a big cat's tail, would you? Yeah. My mate Luke has an American bulldog. Saw it once and it was like, I think it quite liked me because we share the same attitude. The Americans were trying to scare. Oh no. See you all later. Bye.